do they come from? And should they look like fancy versions of the Oscars statues? All these questions, and more, will be answered on today's edition of Highlighting Science. Nobel Prizes are announced in October of each calendar year, and they recognize milestones achieved by researchers in various fields. Fields include physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, economic sciences, literature, and peace. These prizes, especially in the sciences, tend to be awarded years after the original work was performed, in order to factor in the impact or significance a finding may have on continued developments. It is not uncommon for Nobel Prizes in the sciences to be shared by 2 or 3 individuals whose work built on each other's. This is the nature of most scientific research. Someone does something similar to you, and you both eventually collaborate together on future projects. Scientists are almost nothing without other scientists. It's like a beautiful symbiotic pot of soup, where any of those shitty spices or ingredients on their own tastes like garbage. But mix them with each other and yummy, I'll eat that all day. This is the case of the 3 sciences who were awarded the 2016 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. A simple PubMed search for scientific articles turns up many publications with any 2 of their 3 names as senior authors. The 2016 Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded to Jean-Pierre Sauvage, Sir J. Fraser Stoddart, and Bernard L. Feringa. These men pioneered research on the design and production of molecular motors, using miniaturized machines to revolutionize chemistry. Molecular motors are literally tiny machines that use cellular energy to perform mechanical work in your body. There are many different types, some of which contract muscles, or crank out energy, or literally walk along cellular scaffolding to deliver cargo to different locations. If scientists could create their own simple molecular motors that could be controlled, it would be a huge step towards tunable nanotechnology. In 1983, Jean-Pierre Sauvage successfully linked 2 ring-shaped molecules together to form a chain, known as a catenate. Most molecules connect to each other through chemical bonds, but these ones were connected by a more mobile mechanical bond, allowing the parts to move relative to each other. In 1991, Fraser Stoddart further developed Sauvage's experiments by threading a molecular ring onto a minuscule molecular axle. He was then able to demonstrate that the ring moved along the axle. So in a way, he really did reinvent the wheel. Stoddart also created a molecular elevator, a molecular muscle, and a molecule-based computer chip. Bernard Feringa was the first person to develop an entirely synthetic molecular motor. In 1999, he was able to get a molecular rotor blade to spin continually in the same direction. Using his molecular motors, he has been able to rotate a glass cylinder that is 10,000 times bigger than the motor. He has also designed a nanocar. Imagine taking a road trip in that thing or rolling up in front of the club. Swag. Much like with computing technology, scientific revolutions often involve the miniaturization of current systems. These 3 Nobel laureate chemists are able to control the movements of certain systems by energy input. The Nobel Prize website claims that molecular motors are currently at the same point in development as the electric motor was in the 1830s. When cranks and wheels would eventually be incorporated into modern washing machines, fans, and food processors. Molecular machines could be used in the future to create things we might not even be able to comprehend at this moment. Current estimates describe new nanotechnologies involving novel materials, sensors, and energy storage systems. This is what makes this work Nobel Prize worthy. These scientists are paving the way for new technologies. Science needs to be progressed, not silenced. Research funded by the public should be available to the public for education and scrutiny. Plus, it makes for some killer fodder for sci-fi movies. This concludes your science highlight for the week. For more information, go to nobelprize.org. Use the dang internet once in a while, would ya? No.